It's shiny though. And it's dark up here.
Oh, something over here. I heard it. And then the tree snap.
Are you giving me wishful thinking?
No,
or?
no, sir, not this time. I had the lights off. Turn the lights off. Over here, I walked out there with that sister. Something's over here.
All right, my brother, tell me everything.
Over here is it. Then the tree snap.
You just heard that?
Yeah, you didn't hear that? Might be on my.
Am I on your shoulder record?
Might be him.
Shh. No. Please. Wait, not yet. Came here for this. Yes. Just wait. Don't be desperate. Don't feel like.
It's making its way towards us right now, so be careful.
No. You keep going. I'm going to grab the lights from inside, okay? Yeah, I'll tell him there's some interesting. Seems like some interesting activity. Yeah. Let me have that light. That's right. Okay. Got a mouse. Oh, look at the cutie. Hi, baby.
Yeah, I've heard some weird stuff. There was a group of us, we all went to high school together.
There's weird stuff right now.
And we had a place we used to like to camp up by just outside of Mount Rainier National
Not
Park.
kidding.
And we were sitting around the fire with this one night, have a beer, talking about those fires and stuff.
How often do you hear like screams and things out here?
Almost every week or every day sometimes.
Wow. So hearing something now would not be odd, would it?
Mm-mm.
Okay.
It's simply normal for us.
Yeah.
Especially for our country.
Gotcha.
Yeah, but they don't whistle that
They don't whistle?
sometimes they do, but for our tradition for us is not to whistle.
Oh, you guys don't whistle.
Skinwalkers.
Oh. Oh, yeah.
Whistling brings them in and
Huh?
they get curious.
Okay.
So every now and then from up there and usually behind here
Yeah.
in the trees,
Uh-huh.
my grandpa always tells don't whistle at night.
Okay.
But there's always a mockingbird right there, no matter what. And when there's a mockingbird, we try shooting at it because they can shapeshift into a mockingbird.
Yeah. Shoot the thing.
Yeah. So
I got no problem. I got no problem with the skinwalker beliefs. I got no problem with that at all.
So every now and then my grandma tells stories. It's always something with the bell.
Wow.
No matter what, we don't whistle because they come to be honest because my grandpa said when you whistle and when you're just home like this and all that, they just like dogs and mimic and stuff. So
Yeah.
they carry like a bell around and you can hear that bell and you're like, oh, it's probably the sheep or probably the cow, but realize the horse isn't wearing a bell. But when you follow it, it's leading to you to kill you.
Whoa.
But that's when they noticed that the bell sits on this side. So we're like, don't think about it. It's like, no, just pretend. You're tired, you should go to sleep. And we're like, you should follow that sound. And then later when we get inside, we're like, that's not the horses, that's not this. It's like, that's more of a skinwalker thing.
Wow. It's a skinwalker thing. That's creepy as all hell.
Especially it's windy like this, you get something.
Yeah.
But usually the birds are going, the chipmunks are running around, but other than that,
Yeah.
it's silent like this. It's like, we want to get out.
Yeah. You guys ready to leave? Are we holding you up?
No, we just stay up until.
Are you guys are gonna stay here till the wee hours tonight?
Yeah.
Okay.
Can probably howl off some a little.
Yeah.
Because our point right here, down there,
Huh?
is the first corral. And going down there to the well.
Yeah.
And then all the way down to 7, where we stop between there. But we know where our echo points are. But when my dad or I yell,
Yeah.
my sisters and mom are like, so they're just like cupping their ears.
Really? Oh my goodness.
Yeah. See, every time I yell, I get coyote signs and all these other things.
Wow. How funny. So the coyotes like you.
Yeah.
Okay. Wow.
Yeah, nice. I'm probably familiar with that.
Wow.
That's where they came running from.
Right over here.
Down the road, yeah. Right down the road and we passed.
Yeah.
This is all that they heard that last yell and they were running right here.
There's probably only so far they're going to come in here.
That was us.
He loves it.
Panting and breathing.
He wants to run into George.
So that wasn't you.
He wants to meet George personally.
Sounded just straight right here.
Yeah, it's probably close.
Yeah.
One thing, if you ever see one lift its lip up and show its teeth, that's a warning. You definitely want to back away and get away from them when they do that. Oh, yeah.
And if you carry this stuff and you're having like a lunchtime, because the bulldozer's engine is going, then all of a sudden we're sitting there and then all of a sudden we get this like, and they're feeling, and then people, I guess my Molly, my grandpa, he heard it and he asked my dad, he goes, yeah, he's just trying to make himself known. Woods, we're apart, pointing towards the gate,
It's a good light.
and we I was sitting in because because I was cold, so I started shining the light for them because they always get curious and like just shine the light. And so I was shining the light and that went oak. And I kept telling us, I think I saw like a glare from the eyes. I kept shining it, but every now and then I was like, oh, I guess it's just maybe something.
Yeah, explain it away, you know, something that's normal over there.
Yeah.
The same area we got, and this was good. Tell you how strong these things are. A family friend who kind of lived off the land up there, game officials came to see him one day, and there was a ridge up above, big mountain up there, and we knew a herd of elk lived up in this place we called the Alder Flats, and we used to cut cedar shake bullets up there. And so he calls me, and I was in the Army at the time, so he called my parents' house, and it took something for him to go find the phone. He didn't have a phone or anything, even electricity, and he says, you need to come up here. So I got in my truck and I drove up there that evening, and he said, well, this guy came to see me, and he was a supervisor for the Fish and Game Department, and he asked him if he'd been hearing any weird noises, and he played dumb. He kind of figured out what he was talking about, and he says, no, and he says, well, there were some mushroom pickers up there today that found 2 elk, and he showed him the report, and in the report it said they were dismembered without the use of tools. These elk were torn apart by something up there, and not bare or anything else. And so I drove up there, and I had my 357, and I found the spot. There was blood, and the carcasses were removed. But I got out and walked around, and I found 15-inch tracks all over the place in there, and so it was obvious what had tore these elk apart. But I just thought, okay, they're tearing elk apart with their bare hands. I'm not going to screw around with them.
We probably ought to roll out unless we think there's.
Yeah.
Unless we think we think George is here. I don't know, but then we leave, and then George comes and gives you guys a hard time.
Well, yeah, right. Yeah.
I mean, you know.
I don't mind doing a screen. Yeah. We'll see what happens.
Get the ears killed in there.
Here, let me do this. Wait. Let me get my heavy duty camera. Hang on. Okay. All right, I'm ready now. This is the IR camera, so it needs a little bit of light, but.
You good?
Okay.
Yeah, they'll come back to you guys a hard time.
We pulled up this and started a second trail by like my couple about 65 yards out in front of us, out in the middle of nowhere. trees being thrown around. Boom, 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 boom. I was thinking, what the heck was that? And I told her to just be quiet, and thankfully Adam was recording. But it was crazy. I mean, they didn't know we were there, and there was no access. It was just out in the middle of nowhere. To this day, I have no idea what they were doing, but they were making a bunch of noise. It was weird.
And it was weird sounding stuff too.
It was very weird sounding stuff.
My impression was they had a big log and they were thumping into some huge piece of metal.
Well, I only heard that metal sound one time. The rest was anything like that.
Yeah,
It was a one of a kind.
it was a collective.
I mean, I don't know. Maybe they were jostling for mates or something. Who knows? There's a pretty big group up in that area. But that area's got a lot of missing people. That county has something like 156 people vanished in a year. And the month after we were there, the month of August, 13 people that month alone disappeared up there. And all the locals, they'll talk to you real quiet. They're like, "Do you have any people missing up here?" And just strange disappearances, no reason for it. And it's not the kind of area you can really get lost that easy in. So they're just gone.
You told me the coyotes after me.
Right down to the well, too.
Right?
Use collars, stress collars.
Oh, yeah, right. That game with the
Here.
here. Found a tree today that was pushed out. And
Right
it's
there.
obvious that it's pushed out. This one. you not didn't hear the yipping and barking like coyotes usually do?
Jump.
What they do is they come and drop out of the cliff. And they'll stay true from the Washington military, so we went and we tracked these three.
Squirrel would make me shoot through the roof right now.
And found out of these coyote carcasses where they would make the noise. They haven't recorded doing it. And
It's coming from way deep in there.
Yeah, it's way back in there.
I have no clue.
Remember the first time it did it? Was it further?
Yeah.
It's coming, bro.
Yeah, of course. Let's come meet us. I mean, we're asking for it.
Smashing the trees.
You bring peanut butter?
Trees 10 feet off
Forgot
the
the
ground.
peanut
They were
butter.
eating it. Yeah, right, but that nice big wall.
There was one time when we were teepee raiding, traditional ceremony, wood type of music ceremony. Teepee wood are probably like an inch and a half to 4 inches wide.
There's some audio right now.
Crows at night would probably run into here. You just can't.
Their worst instincts may kick in.
Oh yeah.
I would think is a very reasonable possibility.
She was saying that the smaller one, which is probably a juvie, is the prankster.
Yeah. What? She said there's a prankster?
The young one's the prankster.